Right, Adam. Tip number 4, please.
All right, to make good use of data compared to other subjects.
Yeah, tell me about this. Because and the reason I found this interesting was it's very easy, isn't it, just to get kind of in your own silo, just focused on, in my case, the math results and so on and so forth. So why are we bringing in other subjects?
Yeah, so most data in schools is nonsense and is used really, really badly. And the reason why is because it takes average measures and applies them to individuals. So it's like, if you have, let's say you've got a kid who's in year 9 or whatever, and so they start school in year 7 and they're 110 centimetres tall. And then in year 9, they're 160 centimetres tall. And you go to the little charts on the NHS and it says, well, look, 11-year-olds who are 110 centimetres tall, on average end up being 170 centimetres tall when they're in year 9.
Mm-hmm.
This child is clearly too short.
Right.
I mean, that's obviously nonsense, right? Because those are average measures. Yeah? On average, the kids in year 7 who are X will end up being Y in year 9. And that's what all school data is, right? All school data is, secondary data, yeah? You've got 500,000 students in every cohort. In general, for the 50,000 students that come in at this particular level, they go out at that particular level. And then what we do is we say, right, well, this student was in that bracket. Why aren't they at that level now?
Yeah.
They're below target.
Yeah.
You're like, well, it's normal. It's natural. Yeah, don't stress. So a lot of the time, that's a problem, and you get sent data that says these kids are below target. Do something about it. Right?
Yeah.
So the problem is, for every kid that's below target, there'll be a kid who's above target, and that's again normal and natural. And so it's difficult then to figure out who the kids that you really actually like. Okay, this kid's below target because their target's stupid. Yeah. I mean, we've got a kid who just got a 6, or a 4 or whatever, and their target is a 9. Like, yeah, it could be that I'm really shit at my job. Or it could be that their target is rubbish. It could be both, of course. You can never really know. But the point is, that's the point. You can't really know. So what we tend to do in the department is we say, right, well, these kids are below target. Let's see how they did in maths and English.
Right, okay.
So let's say I've got a kid whose target is a 6 and they got 4 in science.
Yeah.
I look at their maths and English and they got 4 in maths and they got 4 in English. Okay, I don't care. Kid's fine. Kid's fine, target's wrong.
Yep.
But if I look at that kid, he got 4 in science, he's got 6 target, and he's got 6 in English, 6 in maths. Okay, what are they doing that I'm not? Yeah, because, look, obviously it could be. Some kids are really good at English and maths and not good at science. Yeah, but in most cases, you'd expect students to be roughly in the right place in maths. Plus or minus 1, yeah? If a kid's 5 in science and 6 in English and maths, yeah, not that bothered. Right, but if a kid is 2 grades out, then I start to think, hang on, could I be doing something a bit differently here? That is smart use of data, because it kind of removes that natural error around the distance between where they are and their target, and says, look, if you've got a kid who's got a 4 for you and they've got 7 in English and 7 in maths, you're doing something wrong. It's not necessarily you're doing something wrong, but you could do something differently to help that kid out more. Yeah, what's going on in English and maths that he's doing fine and he's not in science? What's the story here? Investigate, figure out. Yeah, don't use that data as a stick to beat people with, but you say what is going on here, and I think that is a good use of data. I imagine some statisticians will say it's still well dodgy, but I think in general that's a better route. And there will be times, so we sit around and look at data like this as a department, because it's important if you're entering data, you do something with it. We don't enter a lot of data, and the data that we do enter, we do something with. We'll look at the data and we'll say, look, this is where they are, this is where they could be. Is there anything we could do differently? And sometimes a teacher will be like, I don't know what I could do differently. And I say, do you think if I put them on a report to me, do you think that would help? So maybe, I don't know, this, that, or the other. You have that conversation, and then you tailor your response accordingly. You don't use a stick to beat someone with, and we don't have like data targets. So we don't have those 3 targets a year for your performance management or whatever. So yeah, I think that's just like a quick It's not necessarily easy. It depends on your data systems, but you should be able to get someone to teach you how to do a VLOOKUP or a pull out from full matrix or whatever, to figure out what they've got in English and maths. But that can give you much better information than just looking at their distance from their target.
That's brilliant. I always
and also it works the other way around. You can have a kid who's on their target.
Yeah.
So if a kid his target is 4, he got 4 in science, but he's got 8s in English and maths. Yeah, don't be resting on your laurels.
Yeah,
because it's not good enough.
That's interesting. I remember a few years ago, I had this year 11 class, and there was a lad in there, and everyone wanted him to be in their class because he got a ridiculously low result at SATs at Key Stage 2. And you could, like, he was going to absolutely smash his target, and it was just, like, amazing. And I was thinking, what a great teacher I am, because he's going to beat his target by, like, 3 levels or whatever. But then you had other kids in the class who you thought, I mean, their target's a joke. But you kind of dismiss that as a joke, but celebrate the ones where they're too low, you know.
And that kid, the proof of the pudding is that kid will have been doing the same in English, maths, and science, etc. Good job, Craig. Yeah, well done.
Thank you.
But the kid who's doing better in maths than they are in science and in English and history or whatever, that's the kid to celebrate.
Yeah.
Not to celebrate that kid, but to say I've done a good job by this guy.
That's good. Love it.